You shouldn't rely on or believe these 9 individuals. Any relationship, whether personal or professional, benefits from having the ability to trust and respect someone, but not everyone is deserving of these crucial attributes. The top 9 persons to avoid are those that lie frequently, which is a sign that you shouldn't respect or trust them. People who frequently lie are known as chronic liars. They weave a complex web of lies that can have serious consequences. Trust and respect are essential components of any healthy relationship, but chronic liars undermine these fundamental principles. Here are some specific reasons why you shouldn't trust or respect chronic liars. When someone lies frequently, you can't trust what they say or do, which breeds constant suspicion and doubt. This loss of trust can damage relationships with others, one's self-esteem, and even professional relationships. Imagine having a friend who frequently fabricates small lies about their whereabouts or activities. Over time, you begin to question everything they say, even concerning significant matters. This ongoing query strains the bond and makes it challenging to maintain a genuine connection. 2 strategies for controlling feelings. Chronic liars frequently use lying as a means of controlling others and obtaining what they desire. By distorting the facts, they can alter how other people perceive certain situations or decisions. When someone lies about their role in a project, they can alter how others perceive it, which can make you feel used, deceived, or unfairly treated. For instance, a co-worker who lies about their role at work may receive extra credit or rewards, while your honest work goes unnoticed, leading to feelings of anger and frustration. There are 3 complex relationships with liars. It can be mentally taxing to constantly have to fact-check, clarify, and decode what they say. Additionally, their lies can cause needless drama and conflict because others may become entangled in their web of deceit. For instance, a partner who lies about both big and small things in a romantic relationship constantly tests trust, causing instability in the relationship. Secondly, you should not respect or trust scammers, as they may become anxious and emotionally exhausted due to the need to verify their statements and the fear of discovering they are lying. Here are some specific reasons to avoid trusting or valuing manipulators. These individuals are masters of lying. They use information to twist the truth or make up stories to get what they want. People who manipulate others do so by lying, forcing, or taking advantage of other people's emotions. Their tactics can leave you feeling powerless, confused, and emotionally spent. This kind of deception erodes trust and establishes a false foundation in any relationship, making it more challenging to discern their genuine desires over time. Altering the facts. It can be challenging to identify manipulators because they frequently alter the facts to support their narrative. They may combine evidence and fiction, which can leave you perplexed and uncertain. They may also withhold information or only provide what they want you to know, which prevents you from making well-informed decisions. They often fabricate entirely untrue tales or incidents to manipulate the narrative and alter your perspective. Both forms of emotional exploitation involve manipulators using guilt, fear, and pity to gain control over you. They use these feelings to alter your behavior, which may cause you to doubt yourself and become dependent on the deceiver. They make you feel guilty for not complying with their demands, frequently portraying themselves as the victim in order to make you feel sorry for them. They employ direct or indirect threats to coerce you into giving in. For instance, they may threaten to break up with you, harm themselves, or damage your reputation while playing the victim to win your sympathy and assistance. Manipulators frequently behave as though they are helpless or mistreated, which undermines your confidence. One of the main things manipulators do is try to make you doubt your own abilities by constantly critiquing, putting down, or judging your thoughts and accomplishments. This lowers your self-esteem and increases your reliance on their approval. Frequent and unfair criticism aims to cast doubt on your abilities and choices, devaluing your accomplishments and efforts to make you feel less significant and reliant on their approval. Third, you shouldn't respect or trust narcissists. This is due to the fact that respect and trust are fundamental elements of any healthy relationship, whether it be personal or professional. However, certain individuals, particularly narcissists, exhibit behaviors that can significantly harm your health. This article provides numerous reasons why you should be cautious about believing and showing respect to narcissists. Because they are self-centered and prioritize their own feelings and goals over yours, narcissists struggle to understand or care about other people's feelings, wants, and concerns, which frequently results in unpleasant and thoughtless actions. Neglecting your feelings can lead to emotional neglect in relationships. When they can't see things from your perspective, they often deny their role in conflicts, making conflict resolution difficult. 2. Inflated perceptions of their significance. Narcissists believe they are superior to others and ought to receive preferential treatment. This excessive sense of self-importance manifests itself in a variety of ways, including a persistent need for approval and an expectation that others will satisfy their needs and desires. Why is this important? This is significant because their focus on their own importance often leads them to overlook the needs and contributions of others, resulting in an unhealthy power imbalance that can be rectified. These 3 deceptive how to proceed. Narcissists are skilled manipulators who use others to achieve their goals and control others. They frequently employ strategies like emotional blackmail, guilt trips, and gaslighting. Why is poor self-esteem important? Their techniques can cause you to doubt your own beliefs and lose your sense of autonomy over time. You can begin making decisions based on their tricks and desires rather than your own needs and ideals. Friends of narcissists may tire of their need for praise, so they can't get enough. They like it and gravitate toward people who offer it. People who constantly need to stroke their egos can be emotionally taxing and lack genuine connections. Relationships with narcissists frequently lack depth and authenticity, since their primary objective is to receive compliments rather than to form a true bond. 4 causes of rumors and detailed perspectives. It's a long-standing social habit to gossip about other people behind their backs. While gossip may occasionally appear harmless or even enjoyable, it can have detrimental impacts on relationships, workplaces, and neighborhoods. Understanding why people gossip about others behind their backs can improve your interactions with them and protect you from the negative consequences of gossip. One approach to uniting people through gossip is by providing shah. It provides you something to talk about and can help you establish or strengthen social bonds. Discussing secrets or people you know can strengthen your relationship. Common interests. Participating in gossip can foster a feeling of inclusion within the group, as it entails the sharing of secrets to establish trust. This is especially true when 2 individuals discuss a mutual acquaintance because they have something in common. People often view gossiping as an act of trust when they perceive it as a source of amusement or a way to escape the daily grind. Talking about the newest scandal or rumor can be thrilling and exciting, and it can give usually dull conversations a dramatic twist. Details. Sassy tales. Most of the time, individuals find gossip's drama and intrigue more fascinating than typical conversation subjects. Using gossip to break up the routine is a delightful way to liven up conversations and add energy to the day. Vicarious, speaking of thrills, One can experience scandals and thrills in other people's lives without directly participating. Power and control. By possessing and disseminating information, gossipers can influence others' opinions and decisions within a social group. They can also use gossip to obtain what they desire. By influencing details, those in charge of information flow can alter how others perceive a person or circumstance. Speaking negatively about others behind their backs can alter people's perspectives and create friendships or rifts within a group. Knowing why they behave in certain ways helps you identify and protect yourself from backstabbers. Here are some common reasons people backstab, along with detailed explanations for each one. Backstabbers may appear helpful in public, but they are working against you behind your back. They frequently spread rumors to harm your work or undermine your efforts. Backstabbing is when someone who is envious of your relationships or success abilities tries to undermine you in order to feel better about themselves. Feeling unsafe and insecure about oneself can lead to jealousy. People who are jealous tend to view other people's success as evidence of their own shortcomings rather than applauding your accomplishments, which can lead them to spread gossip or undermine your efforts to minimize your accomplishments. They may also attempt to turn others against you in order to feel better about themselves in competitive situations like the workplace or social circles, because they believe that by making others look bad, they can improve their own standing and boost their chances of success. Some people backstab others in order to advance. Details. When people view others as barriers to their objectives, they may become toxically competitive and concentrate on eliminating those they perceive as posing a threat to their safety rather than improving themselves. People with poor self-esteem may resort to backstabbing as a means of feeling stronger and more confident because they feel inadequate and fear being outperformed by others. More responsible. In order to demonstrate their confidence and control, insecure people frequently backstab others to project their anxieties and fears onto them. They may also circulate unfavorable information about you or draw attention to your shortcomings in order to divert attention from their own concerns and fears. Some people denigrate others to gain favor or approval from influential individuals, hoping to portray themselves as more obedient, capable, or helpful. To gain favor with popular peers or authoritative figures, some individuals may backstab, believing that by criticizing or betraying you, they will receive recognition and honors. People who behave in this manner often do so to feel acknowledged and accepted, which in turn prepares them to destroy relationships to achieve their goals. Sixth, hypocritical people are aware of the reasons behind their actions. One specific explanation for people acting hypocritically is the desire to maintain a positive self-image. People who hold others to standards they don't follow themselves are known as hypocrites. They talk about morals and principles but don't live up to them themselves. This double standard erodes trust and respect. To maintain a positive self-image and appear morally upright and virtuous, many hypocrites adopt double standards, even when their actions contradict their beliefs. This discrepancy typically results from a tremendous desire for other people's acceptance and approval. Thorough explanation. When a hypocrite's actions contradict their beliefs, they experience cognitive dissonance. To alleviate this discomfort, they attempt to justify their actions while maintaining their public image. They care more about how other people see them than about their actual behavior, which often leads them to publicly denounce behaviors that they secretly believe are good for them. Some hypocrites really think they live by the values they preach, so they explain their actions in ways that fit how they see themselves. They frequently overlook or minimize the contradictions in their beliefs, fearing judgment or rejection. Hypocrites may fear judgment or rejection from their friends and family if their real behavior becomes apparent. They attempt to avoid criticism and maintain their status in the group by appearing morally superior. They may adhere to group norms in public, but violate them in private. This phenomenon is known as image management, where individuals take actions to safeguard their reputation. Because they believe it will impact their social and professional position, hypocrites frequently go to excellent lengths to appear nice. They do this in an effort to avoid controversy by claiming to uphold particular principles. Hypocrites attempt to avoid issues that could arise from speaking or acting in accordance with their true feelings or beliefs, which include low self-esteem and insecurity. In order to feel better about themselves or to deflect attention from their defects, people with poor self-esteem and insecurity may act hypocritically by attacking others. Hypocrites concentrate on other people's shortcomings rather than their own, draw attention to how unworthy they are. You shouldn't trust or value takers for a number of reasons. Takers are people who constantly demand your time, energy, and resources without providing anything in return. These relationships are typically one-sided, leaving you feeling exhausted and undervalued. Taking from others throws relationships out of balance, as they always receive something, and you always give something in return. This lack of exchange can lead to anger and burnout. Having mental exhaustion from constantly helping someone who never gives back can drain your energy and make you feel as though they don't respect or care about you. It can also put a strain on your finances if someone borrows money or relies on you for financial support, but never returns it or repays it, resulting in a waste of time. Takers frequently require a lot of your time and attention, leaving you with little time for your own obligations and demands. As a result, you may neglect your relationships and personal objectives. 2. Lack of gratitude. Rarely do takers truly express their gratitude for your efforts and assistance. People who take things instead of appreciating what you do can benefit from a simple thank you. This makes you feel undervalued because people who take expect you to continue giving, because they see your kindness as their right rather than a dismissive attitude when you say you need praise or recognition. Because they feel entitled, they don't realize how much you benefit them. They may dismiss your feelings, giving you the impression that your efforts are in vain. Asking for favors repeatedly, knowing that you find it difficult to say no, is one way for takers to exploit your kindness. When they see that you're willing to help, they use it to get what they need without planning to return the favor. Trick takers are skilled at manipulating situations to achieve their goals. They may manipulate your emotions to make you feel guilty for not helping them. When you keep giving and they keep taking without trying to balance the numbers, the relationship is typically one way. 8. Underachievers who consistently do poorly. While some setbacks are common, it's crucial to identify those who continuously fall short of expectations in order to maintain order and foster a healthy work or personal environment. Having individuals who routinely fall short of expectations can negatively impact team dynamics and overall performance. People often fail for various reasons, and there are warning signs you should be aware of. Only one absence of drive motivation is a critical component of achievement. Someone may find it difficult to stay focused and complete tasks if they lack intrinsic drive or a strong sense of purpose, which may lead them to put off incomplete or late submissions. 2. Disparities in skills. A mismatch between an individual's real skills and those required for the work can occasionally result in inadequate performance. This discrepancy can hinder the efficient execution of tasks, leading to frustration and poor musical results. 3. Poor time management techniques. Effective time management is essential for completing tasks. Individuals who struggle with prioritization, those who plan or assign projects frequently find that they are too busy or unable to complete them by the deadline. 4. Unclear goals and expectations. When expectations are unclear or constantly shifting, It can be challenging for individuals to align their work with team or organizational goals, potentially leading to confusion. You put forth inadequate effort and lack motivation. There are 5 internal or external stressors that directly impact you. Health issues or anxiety can significantly impact performance. These issues may impact the following: focus, concentration, and overall job satisfaction all decrease, leading to a reduction in productivity and a persistently subpar performance. Someone who consistently fails to meet objectives, misses deadlines, or produces work that falls short of expectations in terms of quality or completion is an example of this. 2 individuals who continuously perform poorly and those who offer justifications rather than addressing performance issues may not want to accept accountability for their deeds or outcomes. 3. Not wanting to hear comments or constructive criticism and not using it to better their skills or performance for less interest and effort. Lack of initiative, interest, or proactivity in tasks or projects may indicate issues with motivation or job satisfaction. 5 negative consequences of how teams working together dealing with consistent underperformance can change the dynamics of a team, impacting morale, collaboration, and total performance. To deal with persistent underperformance, you need to be involved and supportive of one clear standard. Ensure that all team members are aware of the objectives and expectations. This will assist them in coordinating their efforts with those of the company. 2. Giving people regular feedback on their work and providing coaching or training to help them improve and bridge any performance gaps are 2 benefits of regular feedback and coaching. 3. Offer coaching, training, and other resources to assist people in advancing their careers and developing their talents. Promote constructive work. Creating an environment at work that values candid communication, teamwork, and receiving recognition can motivate people to perform at their highest level. 5. If personal issues are interfering with performance, handle them carefully. Give people resources and support to help them cope with stress or issues outside of work. Watch out for those who don't establish boundaries. Avoid approaching people who routinely disregard boundaries, as this can lead to pain, frustration, and even harm. Respecting boundaries is essential for healthy relationships in both personal and professional spheres. One of the signs that someone doesn't respect your personal space is when they ignore cues like leaning away or stepping back, which can be annoying and invasive. When someone is uncomfortable, they may stand too close and touch you without permission or stay longer than you'd like. People who don't follow any rules frequently enter other people's personal space without considering how it might make them feel. 2 people breached emotional boundaries when they claimed that concerns about space invasion were unimportant or silly. It's crucial to establish limits when it comes to discussing your personal thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Stress might result from people who don't set boundaries, sharing too much personal data, or expecting others to do the same without asking. Tension in interactions and mistrust indicate that you're going too far when you disclose extremely personal information without pressuring others to do so, as well as when you ignore emotional clues that indicate uneasiness or a reluctance to engage. Being mindful of other people's schedules and keeping promises on time are 2 ways to respect time boundaries. Persons engaged in. Those who engage in no boundaries may constantly be late, alter arrangements at the last minute, or occupy other people's time without considering their daily schedules. This type of behavior can be irritating and impolite, which can damage mutual respect and trust. Their consistent late arrivals, failure to apologize, frequent cancellations of commitments or plans, and requests for others to modify their schedules for personal matters demonstrate a lack of concern for deadlines. Respecting privacy boundaries is staying out of other people's personal affairs and refraining from asking them questions they haven't requested. Those who disregard privacy boundaries may harass others with intrusive questions. People who discuss personal matters or participate in decisions that don't impact them violate privacy and trust, which can damage relationships and cause emotional distress. There are indications that an individual may become interested in personal matters. There are indications such as asking confidential questions about finances, relationships, or health, spreading untruths, discussing private issues without consent, offering advice without being asked, or interfering with other people's decisions. 5. Inappropriate touching gestures. One example of physical boundaries is honoring another person's preferences about touch and physical contact. People with no boundaries may engage in physical contact that other people find uncomfortable or improper. This might involve touching, hugging, and intrusive behaviors that are outside of their comfort zones. Unwanted physical contact, ignoring verbal or nonverbal cues indicating discomfort, initiating direct touch without consent or awareness of personal space, and disguising unwanted physical contact as friendly or well-intentioned are all examples. 6. Feigning intimacy without authorization. People who transgress your limits often mistakenly believe they know you well when they don't. This can manifest as awkward physical contact or hugs, uncomfortably familiar words or jokes. Behavior that disregards your feelings can strain relationships by making talks awkward or heated and by creating unwelcome physical contact, such as giving hugs or touches without seeking your permission. Those who lack professional boundaries in the workplace may disregard professional standards, make irrational demands, or demand preferential treatment, all of which can lead to animosity and conflict among co-workers, as well as decreased morale and output. Individuals lacking boundaries often struggle to accept CT's rejections or limits, persistently pursuing their desires despite making it clear that they don't want them. This can result in manipulation or guilt-tripping tactics to force you to comply, which can negatively impact your independence and confidence. Other behaviors include asking for extra attention, expecting favors, or expecting exceptions that are inappropriate for your work relationship. Ignoring the chain of command and coming straight to you for help or choices without following any rules or hierarchy. Persistent requests for anything that you've refused or are unwilling to provide. Repeatedly using techniques that deceive people by applying emotional pressure or shame to persuade you to do what they want or alter your mind.